All right, my friends out there in YouTube land, Rockin' Dave from North Fort Myers, Southwest Florida, something like that, my friends. Hope everybody is doing well on this wonderful Saturday morning. Thank you so much for tuning in. I think we've got 8 people already. We got Bumble Best. How you doing? We got Sonia. We got Janice. We got Christopher Miller. What's happening, my friend? I thought I saw Adam EVH. I always want to say hi to Adam, man. You are a true blue family man, total rocker, my friend. Your level right here is, buddy, right there, man. In the social status, you're right up here, my friend. I really respect that. I thank everyone for tuning in. And, of course, I'm rocking with the Ibanez guitar. And I want to say hi to everybody. It's always important to respect the people that tune in, right? It's always good to respect everybody. I'm using, the Digitech drop pedal. I have it to, would be a drop C. This thing has little numbers on it. So if you're in E standard and you hit the switch, number 1 is E flat, number 2 is D, number 3 is D flat, number 4 is C. So I'm on number 4. Drop C. And what's really cool with this thing is it also work with acoustic guitar. But now here's the deal: if you play an acoustic guitar, you're gonna hear the natural tuning of your guitar because of the sound hole. So that when you plug in, you got to make sure you're kind of loud, so you don't have this weird, like you'll have this weird effect going on. It'll sound something like this, or how it's made. It'll be like one note is here, the other note's there. because of the way it's set. But I tell you what, it's a handy pedal, man. If let's say you're playing a cover band and your vocalist, you're going through all these type of songs, and there's a particular song that your vocalist cannot sing in that key. That's where this thing comes in handy, because we all know when you got to do tuning with these things, it becomes a little bit of an issue. I've been very fortunate with this guitar, my friends. Now I've dropped it, and I know if you guys see me drop it. I think I tell you what, that was part of the height of the gig. Man, he's gonna throw his guitar, the strap breaks, boom, there it goes. Hey, I picked it up and it was in tune, man. So I got nothing bad to say about this guitar. Wow. This would be, a lot of times it's my main working axe, you know. But we did do, our good friend out there, Rick Romanelli. Rick, I apologize if I'm bad, not pronouncing your name right. Great guitar player, man. Subscribe to Rick's channel, man. He's a really awesome guitar player, and he's got definitely a friendly. Oh, look at this. Here comes Deb. Let's see. She's got something going on. Oh, let's see. Friends don't let friends eat pancakes. How many people out there have a Waffle House near you? Bumble Bass, hello, folks. Hey, Adam EVH says hi, Deb.
Hi.
Adam, I don't know if you guys have Waffle Houses up in Canada, but I'll tell you what, Canada's a beautiful country, man. Oh.
No, we're just in the U.S.
We're just in the U.S., yeah. Well, see, Deb would know. She's just in the U.S. We're just in the U.S., yeah.
For now.
But R2, R3 Locking Nut, how you doing? R2 says, hi, Deb and Dave. I really appreciate you guys including my better half, because she certainly is my better half. Yeah, R2, man, you got some killer videos, man. You playing, boy. I'll tell you what, there's nothing like sharing. Oh, yeah, no Waffle Houses here, Adam says. Yeah. But I know you guys got your what would be, yeah, we got pancake houses, though. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's right. Be for real. Yeah, that's right, my friend. Yeah. Jason Wade, how are you doing? Thank you for... There we are. We're back again. We dropped out. But yeah, what's really cool, R2, R3, you know, you do your shred thing, and then your versatility playing and that. It's really cool to see people start playing, and don't be bashful. You know, I'm the type of person, man, I'll never bash a person because what they would call their inability to play. Yeah, be real and post videos. That's right, my friend. Always do it real. You know, eventually we'll start being able to do the post-production thing, but I'm not really a big fan of that. A part of it is because of the time. It's just so time-consuming. If I could do a good video here with the phone, and it's really right next to my little speaker. Yep. Oh, there we go. The Crafty Jake #1. What's happening? Thank you for tuning in. And yeah, always great to for people to say hi to each other and that. But yeah, so we did this with this Les Paul. Well, we also have a white Epiphone Studio model. It's a workhorse guitar. But Jim Geetrid, what is happening, my friends? It's always good seeing Jim in the house. Yeah, my friend. We'll be able to get in touch. Just been a little bit on the busy side. And the same with get in touch with Adam EVH. We'll be able to soon do our hangout. So I'll tell you what, we'll be doing a lot of interviewing with all you guys. And you know, but we're gonna do it in a nice time. I'll tell you what, we're gonna do it in a nice a time frame that's gonna work with everybody's schedule. We're not gonna like you know, every second of the day, you know, burn it out. Like within one day, it's totally burnt out. You know what I mean? We're gonna respect people's times and respect that other people who go on other people's channels. You know, because that's what it's all about. But I'm not gonna make any announcements until we're ready for it. But I'm also gonna see what strings we could pull and who we could talk with, because some of the people we've played with, you know. But I really want to interview a lot of you guys first. You know, especially Mr. Joe Wentz from the Joe Wentz Project, because he's helped us out. He's actually the first guy I able to do the live chat, because I got one finger, and then he responded back, and you know, And then, everyone at Our Metal Stage podcast, that was so cool. That's actually how I found all you guys. It was also through Shane's Room in the Blues, but there was a link outside of that, and I thought, oh, this is really cool. Because I wanted to see more than just gear review, because of being a gigging musician. American Devil, how are you, my friend? Again, you got some great stuff, and like I said, your stuff I'll spotlight even more. I'll be doing more spotlighting your material. Jim Geetrid, whatever you got, we'll put up. Adam EVH, when you put something up, hey, we'll put it up on YouTube, man. I do try to stress if it be original because of the issues I've been having with copyrights. And I know, like our good friend Michael B. that's out there, he's got a good video on explaining what's going on with, what is that? DistroKid. And we'll look into that, but we're going to make sure, if we're spending money, what we're going to see out of the return on all that, I'm not trying to say anything bad about it, but what I'm kind of really reluctant on, or like holding myself back without doing more research, is if I have to pay, let's say, I think Michael B. really put it best, because he said you could either pay per song or pay like by an album, but here would be the problem. Let's say an album would be deemed an album, let's say 10 songs. 10 songs, $25, okay? Now, does that have to be like from the same artist? In other words, it can't be like, you remember the K-Tel records out there? You get 22 songs, 11 per side. So, in other words, it'd be like a compilation disc, or, album. So basically, when you do covers, you're kind of like a live compilation. Well, the deal is that if I have to pay now $20, or say 25, let's say $20, whatever, per song, I mean, I'm going to kind of shoot myself in the foot because you only get so much in the bar gigs, and then here's your paying the bar gigs, but here's your fee to play all these songs. That doesn't make any sense, because we do like what we do, but we do also like to be able to make some money. And I guess this is the thing. If you want to do this for profit, God bless you, sweetheart. Then you're in that category, And I never tried to tell people what they should and shouldn't do, But that's why I stress that people got their originals, because you know what? Your songs are just as good, if not better, than what's out there. You know what I mean? They're chord progressions. Think about it. I could take Iron Maiden's A Trooper, right? God bless you again, huh? Now, here's Iron Maiden's A Trooper, just a chord progression. Okay, so you got E minor, G, D, G, back to D, C. No, sorry. Sometimes it's not good to play Rock You Like a Hurricane during hurricane season. Yeah, the Scorpions, my friend. Sonia, I hope Deb is doing well. Yeah, thank you, Sonia. She's just doing a little sneezing over there. Getting a little bit of a shot of my coffee drink here, I know our good friend the Tone King has his Snapple and sometimes Pepsi. But so I'm gonna ask you guys out there, what is your favorite guitar? It doesn't have to be anything that I have. What would be your guys' favorite guitar? Thank you, R2. Bless you, Deb.
Thank you.
Oh, R2. Now since I remember, because you're a Chicago fella, Chicago guy, is the band Seventh Heaven still active up in Illinois? Or do you still get the Illinois Entertainer? Because Nick Cox that plays in there, him and I used to be in a band called Fourth Rising back in the day, 1983. Oh, you're Martin D28. Yeah, Christopher. Yes. Martin guitars, man, have got such a strong history, and the nylon string guitar that's Willie Nelson's is a Martin. At first, I thought it was a Ramirez, but I do know Martin made nylon strings, and yeah, Christopher, you got some good stuff too, man. See, I started playing in 1970, so the whole folk, blues, rock, everything, it's like that whole focal point was everything I was hearing. That's why you'll see me play these different styles of music, because they were kind of surrounded, the sounds I used to hear. When I can get a chance, because I know Shane from In the Blues, his time schedule is different than ours, and even Bumble Best, because I know you're over there in the UK, so you're quite a few. I believe you're a few, 7 hours ahead of us. The Ibanez Geo has turned to my favorite guitar before I got. Yeah, okay, finally my Squire. Oh, yeah. I'll tell you what, Sonia. Good afternoon, old man Dan. Old man, I haven't had a chance to put stuff together with some of the other videos. I mean, I got them, but I need to work with them. But yeah, I think that's really cool that you do that. And whatever people could put your stuff, yeah. My 2018 Wolfgang special in ivory with the ebony fretboard is currently my. Oh yeah. Well, thanks, old man Dan. Old man Dan says no problem. But Sonia says with her Ibanez Geo, I had a black Ibanez Geo in it was 2007, I think I had that guitar, and yeah, guitar was awesome, man. I guess it's really what you make of it. Really. Why do folks put acoustic playing different than electric? It's all the same to me. Yeah, that's interesting. That is real interesting. Bumble Best. It really is. Maybe it's because of the different tone, but maybe it's also because of what they want to do with it. You could definitely play rock songs on an acoustic guitar, and I'll tell you what. I'm glad that you brought that up, because now it brings up another thought process. We get older, you start forgetting things, right? One of the first local, if you want to call them local, unsigned YouTube group that I followed was a trio called Met Acoustic, like metal acoustic, but MET acoustic, and they were doing instrumental versions of the band In Flames. They'd sit there in their couch, it'd be two guys and a girl, and all they'd be doing is, well, I wouldn't say all, because they did a great job of it. I've watched so much of their videos, man. I thought it was so cool to see. So cool to see. And that's before I knew I could, respond to anybody or anything, because, I'm still getting used to this. I think I've had this channel since, like, February. I have to look back. But, yeah, why do folks put down... Yeah, it is all the same. Okay, I had an old Washburn... Oh, no, West Tone. Thunder 2A. Sold it and regret it. Yeah. Oh, those are really cool guitars, man. Oh, your short scale bass there is a Geo. Yeah. I had a guitar student that she was actually a bass student. She had a 5-string LTD short scale bass, and that thing rocked, man. I'm like, holy crap. Mitch Heyman, how you doing, my friend? Feeling good, buddy. Yeah. Now, Mitch Heyman, you have the metal version of the Yamaha TH10. You have the TH10X. I have the TH10C. I think you were on Shane's In the Blues channel. We're talking about that. They're great. They're great little amps, man. I think you got what's nice with the metal one. You get some really cool metal sound, because I still like my metal. This is more for classic amps. So you have to kind of do a little tweaking if you want that metal sound. But I'll tell you what, if you want like a good Fender Twin sound with a phase shifter, man, that thing is... Because even the effects on this are kind of geared to, more of a classic. And if you want to do classic rock, that thing works great, But yeah, I was saying, when I could get a chance, when I get things up and going, when I could do actual host the Hangout, I like to talk with Shane from In the Blues, because there was a video, I did post it up on the chat, on one of the live chats, made a comment about him watching, yeah, Jason Wade, I think you have one too, yeah. Oh, I tell you what, it's a great amp, man. Yeah, you should have gotten it sooner. Yeah, yeah, it's awesome. They're awesome amps, man. Yamaha's a great company. If you think about it, how huge of a company Yamaha is, they have they have such a huge market, such great engineers, that if one sector of their company were to have trouble, they could pick it up with another, because they'll sell X amount of motorcycles, jet skis, boats. Because down here in Florida, I see them passing by all with the Yamaha motors. It's just incredible, you know. I can't see them hitting rock bottom unless it's always in management, someone trying to go outside where their expectation or what their experts, what they're known for. When they try to jump in the bandwagon of everything, it's so easy to lose control. And I think that's what was happening with Gibson. But it's good to see him coming back. You know, the TH10 on, yeah. Oh, I watched Nicky Six use his TH10 on his YouTube. Yeah, I gotta see that. I didn't see that one, but I could see him, doing that. But yeah, on one of the live chats, I did make a comment, but I don't know if Shane actually seen it, because he put up a video of him playing in Chicago about 10 years ago with a guy named Sammy Fender. So yeah, it'd be cool to get ours, time frame to get our time schedule together. Same with like Fender Guru, because Fender Guru's got a good channel. Even though I know they're talking about a lot of the Stones, Rolling Stones, and that, but they're talking also about the British blues and what that has helped amp up the blues and the blues rock, but yet still respect the blues, especially now after all the legal situations with contracts and this guy playing this in one song and so didn't get paid on it. It's a mess. But yeah, no, there's a lot of really great guitars, great pieces of gear out there. Yeah, yeah, they are huge and they have been a staple for years. Yeah. Um, but yeah, I talked with Shane and let him know about like how our Chicago blues scene was in the '80s. We had all these. Yeah, it was really cool. We had a great metal scene too. R2R3, if you're still on. Yeah, you remember the metal scene we had back in the day, man. We had a good live scene, but what has happened is that now people have more and more of a choice what they want to do, and at the same time, everyone's gotten older. So our generation of going out has gotten older, where sometimes we go out and sometimes we won't, right? But the newer generation, it's just a different world. Barry Wood Jr., how you doing, man? Man, I wish I didn't have to go to work. Oh, thank you. Well, yeah. No, Barry, you know what? We all have our responsibilities we got to take care of, man. You're a good man. We always, family and responsibilities always got to come first, man. All the time. I've seen so many people try to do it the other way around, and then they crash and burn. That's why you'll hear me say so often about having a backup system, and it doesn't mean you're quitting music. I've heard people say, and I could understand where they're coming from, where people just give up. Maybe their passion in music was a little bit different, But if you have the passion and the drive, you will do exactly like you said you'll do. You'll do anything to make it. And unfortunately, when people use that terminology, they'll use it very loosely. They'll do anything except if they have to go out and work a day job to help support themselves, and if they have a family, take care of their personal lives, then the music is not stressful. Sometimes when you try to force music as your only source of income, boy, it could get extremely stressful, like real fast, because it's a fluctuating income. And even if you are a signed artist, you are signed to a certain duration of time when your contract is up, and then they're gonna look at it and say, okay, how much money did I make off this artist? Okay, we'll see if we sign him. If not, we can't. We'll check out what this artist could do for us, because they're throwing their money into the pot too. So they need to make that money back. So that's why our Deb and our, well, we say our plan B is we take control. We take 100% control. If we have to do a day job to help support it, so be it. I'm not quitting. I'm in this for the long haul. And I've never stopped playing. I've done all kinds of day jobs, but I've always done this as well. And Mr. Guitar Hack, how are you? I'm glad that you tuned in, my friend, because just let us know when we'll get our schedule ready if you want to do the hangout. Because I want to try something on your hangout. It's something good. It's not going to be anything bad or negative. I don't want to. I'll never do anything that's negative or, you know, name a person or name a situation. But I don't like doing that, you know. But I want to try some with the hangout because I think this might work. I think I've been seeing people when they're basically it's playing, you know, playing your guitar live to see how well it's going to come out. If it doesn't, that's okay, you know, because when we get ready to host ours, I'll see what. I think there's people have been saying there's a latency in that. It's different when you go live like this, I think. Now, old man Dan, I think you were also using the amplitude. I forget what patch. I thought it was like an Ampeg. And because Ampeg did have their half stacks and their like Marshall type of sound, and I think you had like a really punchy classic rock sound. Same with Guitar Hack. What's cool, you have that Marshall DSL 40. That thing sounds great. And so while you're still here, Guitar Hack, yeah, amplitude amp. Okay, 4. Yeah, that sounded really cool, man. I was checking that out earlier. That really was cool. But Guitar Hack, what do you like better, or is it? I mean, depending on your Hughes and Kettner or your Marshall, or is it a situation? Each one is tailored for a different type of tone that you like. Cause yeah, that Hughes and Kettner sounds awesome. This little Distant Blue 60 we got here, man. That thing cranks, man. It just, and when I tell people it's solid state. If I tell people it's solid state, well, I don't like it, you know. If I don't tell them, I just plug it in and play. Oh, dude, that sounds cool, you know. If I tell them I'm using a Digitech, oh, I don't like that sound. Yeah, it sounds horrible. I can tell it's Digitech, okay. If I don't tell them, oh yeah, that sounds cool, you know. I don't care if it says Fisher Price on it. If it works, right? So, the only thing I would like to do, and since our good friend Rick Ramanelli, I'm sorry, Rick, if I'm pronouncing your name wrong, had a friendly challenge. Let's see. Shatter put up a good guitar playing. David Stanford, which that was really awesome, David, because you said it was your first time playing since your surgery, and boy, I give you a lot of credit, man. That sounded awesome, and that Black Les Paul you got rocks, dude. So does that Epiphone. Let's see. I like both. It depends on the guitar and and venue. Right? Yep, you're absolutely right, Guitar Hack. It really does. Did you ever own a stack? I did. Hated the yeah. Well, you know what? I had kind of like I still had the half stack, and then I had a 212, and I would put the 212 on top of the half stack, and then the head on top of the 212, because my 412 cabinet could run in stereo. And I let's see. I think I used it a couple of times. One of them definitely was at one of the rehearsals. I think we've got a video of it. I think I recorded a video, but I can't really put it up because it's not my music. Again, it's just crap with copyright claims and all that. But honestly, I don't really miss the days of the stack because it's you get older, it gets heavy. Gotta go, folks. Got a long day. Yeah. Hey, no problem, Guitar Hack. No problem at all, my friend. And we'll catch you on Monday. And yeah, you're a good guy. We really appreciate you joining, man. Let's see. So, did you ever own a stack? Yeah. It's too bulky. Yeah, Bumblebest, it is. And especially now, it's getting smaller and smaller. Oh, man, Dan, I used to have a Black Star ID15 TVP. That was a fun little practice amp. Yeah. Here's the thing. When you guys check out the Joe Wentz project, hey, Absolute Mayhem, what is happening? Salute, man. Joe Wentz from the Joe Wentz Project. He'll do a lot of his videos with his mic as a Boss Microcube, and he gets a good sound out of it, man. And for like stuff that we do with YouTube, you don't need to have a whole lot of gear, man. You really don't. It's nice to have though, and it's nice to support the amp manufacturers. You know. Oh. Yeah. Now this, I have a long delay set on this, as you can tell. Later, guitar. Okay, have a great weekend. Yeah, you guys definitely. Okay, everyone's just saying hi and bye. Yep. Oh, you might drive up. Yeah, see, yeah, absolutely, man. We're all up there in Canada too, man. Yeah, it does all. Yeah, exactly. Now, and that's the crafty Jake. Now, okay, so I love what I could do with the Yamaha TH10. Now, Roland came out again with their Street Cube. It's a bigger one, a Street Cube EX, I think it is. It's 50 watts. Will run on 8 AA batteries. And I plugged into this thing, and it does have the lead, and I think it has the brown sound. But on the lead channel, man, it sounded killer. Or at least killer for what I would use it for, you know? And if you ever had to go out there and do busking or anything like that, or if you say, you know what, I'm done with these clubs, I'm going to go out there and just take my music out to the public, you know? Screw it. That thing sounded great, and it's lightweight, man, you know? There's a girl that's in Australia. Samantha Edge. And she shows when she's out there busking. And she'll show sometimes her gear she uses, and she does some really cool stuff. You know? What are your normal... Okay, let's see. I'm going to catch up on some of these questions here. What are your normal delay settings, and do you use reverb with it? You know, I do, Bumblebest. If I get into, let's say, the delay setting I have here, it is, I'm going to set to my delay. Now, the reverb, I'll mostly use like a hall. Wow. Okay, guys. Looks like we are back. I think we're back. Okay. So, here is the delay setting. The time is on this particular delay setting I have. It's I have it set for the Echoplex, and my time is 0.500 seconds. And let's see. The repeats are at 44, and the volume is at 44. So, okay, if I get out of this. So, with that, I could do my volume swells like very violinist, you know. EJ's Guitar Jams. Oh, that was a little bit kind of too much there. Okay, so that's how that is set. And I also have that same setting for the Fender Twin type sound with like a Tube Screamer overdrive. You know, maybe not as many repeats, depending on what I'm going to do. You know, with the Twin sound, I'll have it set. Basically, if I'm going to do like blues rock or anything jazzy or funky, you know. And then with this is an overdrive. You know. But now for anything like metal sounding, even when I do the metal, the amp sims that I'll use will be like a Marshall Brown sound or a Plexi. And I take the gain, I back the gain to like between 12 and 1 o'clock, and even when I put the Tube Screamer in front of it, the gain is kind of a little bit higher. But I still, and then I do boost the mids. Hey, what's happening, EJ? That was really cool what you were putting up for the Les Paul challenge. Liked it, man. I think our good buddy Metal X is up there too. Metal X, he has a Digitech RP 355, and it's got that bass sim. So I guess what my friendly challenge would be, anybody that's out there, whether you have the Axe effect, whether you have the Helix, the GT10, put a video up of you playing the bass octave, even if you have to do it with a track. But it's just actually the bass octave by itself, and because I can't find really too many videos of people really messing with that thing. And to be fair, let's see. If I were to call this for, okay, on the Digitech drop, you have, you could do like a complete octave down, you know. Okay. Now, if I call for on the RP to play your bass, it's not as wobbly and it's much more deeper. So if you're in the room with me, or if you even come up to the live shows, because we can kind of crank it more, when I have to lay down the bass, when I have to do the live looping with the drums and then I have to lay the bass, you'll swear there's a bass guitar there, because you'll feel the bottom end. I've never boosted the treble on it to get the popping and slapping. Mostly I'll do that with a regular bass because of the strings, you know. Green stamps. Remember the SNH green stamps? Anyone out there? But basically, that's why I like this pedal so much, because in my situation, let's see, Metal X, yeah, I've been using mine a lot more now, Dave. Yeah, Metal X I've been checking out, and that's really, really cool. Because I don't think people understand what it is you can do with this, because it's always looked down upon, or maybe that's a fun function. So if you just, fun, playing around, fun there, they almost put it like it's a toy. And I'm not trying to say one unit's better than the other. Obviously, if you spend $1,500, you should get your money's worth, And I'm not knocking, because when I saw JJ's House of Jams, when he did that just a small amount of demo he did with his Helix, that sounded really good. That was really impressed. Yeah, multi-effects units. Let's see, option overload for me. I even keep it simple and M2. Yeah, Dan, that I will agree with that. When I don't use everything that's in these multi-effects units, because it is a lot of overload, Here is the cool thing about it. If you're in a situation that someone says, all right, my guitar player is out for a week, could you sit in? Here's the songs. Now you got something. You don't have to feel like, oh crap, I gotta go out and buy something, and I gotta, You have that convenience. And it is absolutely the perfect fly rig. And because you never know what situation you're gonna be in, and unless it's your band and you have your set list and that's what you're doing, Yeah, let's see. Dan, that's true. I only have 3 channels that I have. Yeah, same here. The same here with mine. Same thing, Metal X. Some of the stuff, you get some really wacky sounds that there's no way I use. Even the guitar synth, I don't use everything on the guitar synth. Yeah. Yeah, let's see. Bummer Best. Yeah, I do too. A tuner, overdrive comp, OD amp. That's it, yeah. Well, here is how I have this set. Okay, for when I am doing anything like fusion, jazz fusion based, I'll use like a Fender Twin type of sound, and with a hall reverb. And let's say if the only effect I'll use as far as a modulation, yeah, money, you got that, is a phase shifter, and I believe this is supposed to be the MXR. Oh no, it's I guess a Digitech DoD phaser. But in front of the amp, so it doesn't overload. Get that. Sometimes I want a deep phase, sometimes I don't. But for like 70s style fusion, see, it's not overpowering the guitar sound, but you can still hear the phase. So it depends on the song, yeah. Okay, let's see. Sonia, she's kept her Boss GT1 multi effects connected to a laptop usually, easier to tweak and store. And actually, Sonia, that Boss GT1 is like their latest smaller version, but you can slant batteries in that thing. And because it's small, I saw when it first came out a video, a guy kind of demoing it. Well, actually, a couple of videos. One guy, he almost had like a Hendrix sound. I think that was kick ass. And another video I saw, younger, 20-something-year-olds, I think, guy and a girl and a couple other people, come out with the GT1, slap batteries in it, and their battery-powered monitors plugged into it, and they're playing outside. And I thought, smart. That is what I do like about Boss products. You could use batteries. Let's see, I got my digital used on Craigslist for $120. Oh yeah, Max, the kid didn't know how to use it. It was basically brand new. That's great. Oh yeah, that is great, man. And again, the strong point is the drums and that bass. Like I said, there's no other pedal I heard it have that strong of a bass. And for, let's say, now getting back to exactly the patch that I'm using, like for the Fender sound, I'll use like a tube screen. And I kind of like the way it sounds because I used to have an old Fender Twin, a 1979 Fender Twin, which I just realized it was a 79 model. Silver face with the master volume you could pull out for an extra boost. But my Twin had two Altec Lansing speakers, and I had an Ibanez. I had the original Ibanez TS-808 overdrive that I bought it for $35 back in 1980. And I'd plug into that thing and not realizing the sound I was really getting out of the time, man. At that time was just classic, But for this, I could get a good sound out of it. Let's see. I have an old RP10, great pedal for the time that was made. Yeah, that's just it. Because always technology advances. Let's see, EJ's guitar. I have the Line 6 Pod HD 500X that I never use. Now Jim Geetrid uses that, and I'll tell you what, he gets a killer sound out of it, man. And I did see Ola Engel do a video of it, and he's getting all the metal sounds. But then the Pod HD 500 XD, I guess I might as well read like a VIN number, like the Ivan's got, your car VIN number. It's it's like a 10-minute conversation. Just read the number. That's how long it is. But that Pod HD 500's got some killer hidden sounds in there that I was like very impressed. Now what's really cool with that, you can mix two amplifiers and set one left, one right. And like this Digitech, the RP360, you could rearrange your effects in the chain, which is nice. But again, the reason why I speak so highly of this Digitech is that simple bass effect and what I could do with it, man. It's great. But I agree. I agree with a lot of you out there. I don't use everything that's in there, because you'll go insane. It's just too much, See, I have a dumb question. Oh, no, it's not dumb. When you're done playing, do you stuff your pick in the strings? Is it the neck? Or neither, because that's bad to do. Or is that bad? No, it's not bad to do. I put my picks right here, man. At least I know I still got them there, right? Mostly in my nylon string guitars, I'll stick them here. And the only reason I've done that, one of my guitar students, she'd say, Dave, why don't you just put your pick right there? Because I've been using these picks for a long time now. But before I hated these things. But because of the classical finger picking, it does help my fingernails not get all chewed up. And then I would have these situations. I'll be playing a rock show or, upscale, like jazzy type show with the guitar, picking the electric guitar. Then next I had to do a classical guitar setting. So anyone who plays classical guitar is very high maintenance with the fingernails, especially if you want to start getting into doing full-blown classical guitar concerts or hired out as a classical guitarist, or if you want to join Guitar Foundation of America and get involved in their international competitions and conventions, especially the competitions, man. And you have to know how to read music notation. Christopher, I'm back. Laugh out loud. Phone ran out. Yeah, don't worry about it. It happens, man. Right now. I got my adapter plugged into my phone. The only time it drops out is because I think what happens is with YouTube, there's so much action going on, and I think what's happening with the reason why the camera's reversed, before it wasn't, and then it did. I think what's happening, there's so much traffic with live streaming that it's something's going on, and I think maybe Google's saying, okay, well, we want to maintain this, maybe more gigabytes or whatever the hell they call it. So they take one function out, put another function on, because you see, right now it's reversed. But if we would flip the camera, like when Deb does on our live shows, when she can make it out, it's not reversed anymore. So it's when you could view your own image, so you could read your chats. That's why it comes out reverse. At least the chats are out in reverse. The questions, what the hell is this guy? But that's why. See, this is why I did this, and I got this idea from Mr. Bruce out there. See that? I actually wrote it backwards so that when you see it, you guys could see it. I like doing all that, my friends, because first of all, I like showing respect and honor to my wife, but also to all you people out there, I'm not better than anybody. I put my drawers one leg at a time, my friends. Okay, so this sound right here, let's see, I want to see more there. There was a time there for a bit where everyone was putting phone apps controls on their modeling. Yeah, I'm not, let's see, is that still going on? I don't know. To be honest with you, I don't know. I do know that you have the iRig, the Apple iRig, and I think Peavy had one for a while. See, I'm still new to all this technology, so what would be new to me would be like maybe 4 years ago, Okay, I was not sure if I messed with the settings or... Okay, let's see. Absolutely, stream. For don't matter for me. Yeah, for the pick Bumblebest, yeah. Let's see. I do that all the time. Absolute mayhem, yep. I do too, so it's like convenient. Jeff Underwood, what is happening? Are you... Well, I shouldn't say that. Related to Carrie Underwood. You never know. You never know, man. And it's not an insult, it's a compliment. Never want to insult my friends out there. You guys are all rock out there, man. Oh, Google is under reconstruction right now. Oh, thanks, American Devil, for that information. Yeah. I could see that happening. Now, hopefully it's, because the whole platform with YouTube is just annihilated everybody, man. And I remember when we would start putting stuff up on the internet, people would say, if you want to have your business, you got to have just a website. And, okay, there's truth to that. Okay. But let's say you don't have the money to open up a website and you have a free platform and it's working. The whole idea is to connect with people. That's really the whole idea. That's what people... I don't think any of you out there really care so much if a person has their own, let's say their own internet website or whatever, or if they just get on YouTube, especially when it comes down to sharing information. It's about getting that information and applying it to how it works for you. It's not gonna matter too much if a person's got a gold star or not. Just as long as they're not doing anything that's illegal or immoral, then you got to pull yourself away from all that. But as far as getting good information, it's not really going to matter so much. So, as far as effects, I like simple, no tweaking. Yeah, I hear you, Bumble Best. This is the catch-22. When people look at my board, they think it's all on and everything is like, the Starship Enterprise, but it isn't. I try to keep things as basic. I just have convenience of when I want to do things right there, hands-free. Because I'm all fingers when it comes to typing, and I'll screw something up. Putin will come on. Hey, wait a minute. Dude, sorry about that. I'm just trying to get, an Ibanez tube screamer or something. I didn't mean to get you. Sorry. Let's see. So, okay, now, getting back to with this pedal here. Another thing I will use this for, there's another patch here. When I do, now that you can control the phase shifting rate. And then when I'm doing no quarter, which I hope I could continue to do, because the version you hear of me do no quarter, that whole backing track was recorded directly from every sound from this Digitech. The drums, the bass, everything. So when I click the switch, hit the drums and the bass, that 100% came out of this RP360. That is why I like this pedal so much. And again, I do love the sounds that I hear. The Helix does sound cool. I would have to really do a lot of research with it. I would actually, at this point in time, more impressed with the Pod HD500 than the Helix because of what I heard the Pod could do. Now, here is the thing with some of this stuff is that if the Helix's main selling point is to get as absolutely close to a lot of vintage amps and to get it to sound almost dead on, well, I could understand that because they're going to really focus on that, and I give them a lot of credit for that. But again, when people go out and they buy stuff, you have to buy that it's going to work for you personally. What you are personally going to be doing with it, that's why you have to buy it. I'm not the type of person that jumps on the bandwagon. Oh, someone has that, so now I got to have that. No, I respect it all because everyone's making some great stuff out there. Okay, hey Dave, I'm trying to catch up. That was awesome that you played one of... Oh, thank you so much, American Devil Songs. Thank you so much, Metal X. I try to make it so that people out there who never had an opportunity... yeah, I'm trying to check out in the chat. To get out there and get their music heard. To be part of, helping out, man. Just here it is. It's not costing me anything. I'm not charging anything. I come from that time when we would make the demo cassette tapes. And you do everything that you're supposed to do, and nothing happens. And that's when you find out, is it me or is what's going on? And I've had people just fairly recent, within like a month ago, a guy asked me, he can't get a break to play some of the festivals, although they do a lot of the clubs around here. And he says, man, Dave, I don't know, is it us? We're not good enough in that. This is what happens. People start to second question themselves, and then, they start thinking, okay, maybe we should just give it up, hang it up, or maybe try to do a restructuring that. No, if people like what you're doing, then, and first of all, if you like what you're doing and it sounds good and you got people that like what you're doing, keep doing what you're doing, and don't try to jump on a bandwagon because you think it's going to get you into this festival. That you're going to find out a lot of these festivals don't pay. If they have a touring band, a major touring act, they're raising money to pay that band. And You know, if you can make some money, that's great, absolutely. But don't expect much, then you won't be really disappointed. You know. But the point is that it's sad to see the bias that this industry has, and to really put it in perspective, I guess. What is your first impression when you hear your friends say that they're trying to get their band to play somewhere, but they're having a hard time getting in? Is your first perception, especially if it's a friend that but you haven't really heard their band? You know, let's say you're the type of person that, you know, or if you got friends that are like this, they know who you are, they're friends with you and that, but you know they don't have time to follow music, and then when they go out, it's once in a great while. So when you tell them that, yeah, I'm having a hard time getting in this club, or they'll say, yeah, why don't you go and play this place? And yeah, I'm having a hard time getting in this place. Is the first impression this? Maybe there's something wrong with your band, maybe you're really not that good. Is that the first impression? Because chances are that is the first impression that people get. And that's not always the case. Because really what the case is, you can have a really good band. It's just they're making it so hard to get in. And I respect those venues that are very straightforward with me, and they'll say, listen, Dave, we're overloaded. It's an oversaturated market. I have to put you on the bottom of the list. So, you know, today is September 29th, 2018. How about we put you on October 1st, 2020? You got that date open, 2020? Yes, I plan on being alive. Let's write it in the calendar. Okay. Because they'll say we have a waiting list. Actually, one of the girls down here said that, you know, they have to put us on a waiting list because they have so many people that's trying to get in on some of these festivals. And I said, no problem. I totally understand. Those are the people I respect. But it's the people that string you out. And I think Guitar Hack, if you're still out there, I think Guitar Hack had to leave. When I'm talking with Guitar Hack, we'll talk briefly on this. You get these people that will play that game, and I'm not gonna get involved in it. I don't want to bash them, but one lady, I gave her our business card. Matter of fact, it was this business card. The one waitress, she says, "Ooh, that looks cool, man. Yeah, that's nice. You know, it's got the description of what we do with our Guitar Heroes program, and okay, I'll make sure so and so gets it." And I'm gonna. Again, this is actually why I do what I do, answering American Devil's question or his comment about me spotlighting other people's music, to give everyone a fair shot. Hey, we're all in this together, right? Why shoot yourself in the foot? Because we lose this platform, it's going to be back to the old days, and it's going to be rough and tough. Don't want that. So, I gave her the card, so I go back, and she had my business card. She had our card. And we're trying to secure a gig there. And this is like visit number 4, maybe 5, I don't know. It's multiple visits. So stringing me out, And she said, well, she's interested, she's not interested, she don't know. And I'm like, okay, I had enough of this game. So I go back in, and I said to her, I think there's a misprint on the number, the contact number. So, and I went to do this in private. But she had our business card by the cash register, and right by the bar there was people sitting by the bar. So I had to go and have the conversation in front of her customers. So she gives me the card back, and I said, yeah. I go exactly like this. I said, yeah, miss, thank you so much, but I'm not interested in playing your place anymore, because if you're going to be biased, I can't do business with you. I'm sorry. I'm just not interested. Have a good day. Her mouth dropped. Because this might have been the first time since she's been open in business that a musician actually said, no, I don't want to play at your place. I don't want to deal with this. It's not worth it. And I didn't say anything rude. I didn't tell her, kiss my ass and you suck, you got a dirty place. I didn't say nothing like that. I simply said, I'm no longer interested in playing your place, because if you're going to be biased, I cannot do business with you. Have a great day. And right in front of her customers. And when I solicit places to play at, I sit down and I'll say, I'll work with your budget, and are you accepting new acts? Now, I don't go in forcefully. The ones that have played that game, I just let them know and I say bye, and they will never get my business. And they will never get my referral. meaning part of this is giving them referrals. Now the places that are good to us, I'll always mention. Like the best place down here for high-end restaurant is La Corte Bistro. I was just there last night playing my regular, gig, and they've been so kind to me. They've been so good to me, giving me so much work. They'd be probably one of the best places that we'll always go out to eat. Although sometimes it's hard for us to go out and eat, but when we do, they're gonna get our business. And I will always refer people that if you come down to Cape Coral, that's the place to go. But that's why I do what I do. Oh, let's see. There might have been a question. You know how it is with the live chat. It takes a while to respond to a question because a lot of you guys are like my age. Old man Dan. That's why I like the MXR Phase 90. Just one knob. I used to have one of those back when I bought my 1982. Yeah. I paid $90 for it. A buck a phase, right? That was a great pedal. So you see what happens? I get lost and okay. The Crafty Jake, I got a Moore GE 100 great multi effects for beginners. It sounds awesome. Now, here's the thing. How many of you guys and gals out there would take one of your, just like what said, that Moore GT or GE 100, great for beginners? You see, here's the thing. Some of these units are like specifically advertised bedroom, beginners, I'll never tour with this, I'll never do it. If you could pull a good sound out of it and the thing is reliable, I know for me, if I had to go on a tour, I would take it. I'd take this on a tour. I'd take that Digitech on a tour. And the reason why I say that, you'll do, let's see, if you're doing a festival and you, let's say, get on the Warp Tour, which I don't think they're doing too much anymore, but you most likely, you'll be outside, you'll get a 40-minute set, maybe 45-minute sets. That is nowhere, that's minutes, a few minutes compared to when you got to play multiple hours. And even though, well, you're going from town to town, playing day to day, it is no different than if you're in a local scene playing almost every day like we do down here, or every other day, with some breaks in between because of hurricane season. But we'll do like 3 hours, 4 hours, and you guys seen a lot of times I'm playing straight through. This gear that I use, I probably have logged more hours on this cheap beginner's rig than some of these touring bands have. And I'm not knocking them because this is not to say I'm better than anybody. I'm just stating certain facts of why I speak highly of this, because I know firsthand what this will do in cooler weathers, temperatures, because I played it where I had moisture on it, on the pedal, and extreme hot temperatures like we get down here. And we get extreme hot temperatures in Illinois and in Wisconsin, because I used to play the Taste of Wisconsin up in Kenosha. I have never had problems with it. Never. The only thing that'll go bad is like an adapter. My adapters are starting to go out, because they're real thin wire. And, adapters are just a plug. But as far as the unit itself, man, it's a workhorse. So that's why. Now, if I were to compare this to, let's say, if I'm a tone freak and I absolutely want the best tone, and if I hear a better tone coming out of a Helix, well, yeah, then you'll want to go more that route. So, let's see. I got an old Ibanez Tube Screamer. I do a lot with the acoustic too, Jeff. And you know what? Mr. Soda Pop, geez, I'm so sorry, my friend. I'll try to give everyone the shout out. Thank you for tuning in. I really appreciate that, my friend. EJ's Guitar Laugh Out Loud interface. Now, EJ, you also have the Line 6 Spider, but you have the half stack. I think you have versions of 5 or is it 6? Because you got that newer version. When I was at Guitar Center and they didn't let me do the video, but that's okay. I plugged into that old 1979 Fender Twin, and it needed some work. I plugged in through a whole bunch of used tube amps. The best one they had that sounded the best was that little Fender Super Champ XD, and it's almost in brand new condition. So the Super Champ times two, that's a great little amp. The only thing I would do with that is put a Eminence Raging Cajun speaker in there, because there's a guy, Jeff Fossa, he did a video on that, and he did a great video. I'm like, holy crap, that thing sounded even better, you know. But when I was getting ready to leave, there was a guy plugged into a 112 Line 6 Spider, the newer version, and man, he had a killer sound out of that thing. And I'm like, I hear people bashing this and that, the other, you know. And you know what? In the hands of a person, you know, if you get a good sound out of it, again, I don't care if it says Dolly Madison, Fisher Price, Hello Kitty. You know, maybe I ought to just do that. Yeah, I'll put Hello Kitty, Fisher Price, Dolly Madison, Little Debbie, on the headstock and on the gear, right, Deb? How about it? And go out there. I'll go out on the tour, you know. And I'm just joking, guys, you know. And then I'll make sure that all the big shots, ha ha ha, that's a piece of junk, ha ha ha, look at this guy, you know. And then go out there and just totally kick ass with it. And that shuts everybody up, my friends. The proof in the performance will close the mouths of the people that want to put other people down. That's what happens. I never want to put anybody down. You know, that's not cool to do. There's always somebody better, my friend. So, let's see. Oh, you got a bachelor party this week, huh? Let's see, wait a minute. Oh, you were at Richie's wedding today. Hey, I hope that went real good. I know, let's see, I know Ben did the bachelor party this week, but I was wondering if Ben wanted to see Guitar Hack play tonight. Well, let's see, man. I don't know if, I think Guitar Hack is gigging. You know, I like when he does put some of the videos up. And now, some people want to put their videos that I'm playing up. If they don't, I don't. That's your choice. You know, the reason why I like to do that with ours and with our RUI, and I'm real thankful that Mike doesn't mind, my singer doesn't mind, is that if we have a bad day, people need to see that. If we have a good day, people need to see that. I'm not opposed to showing that. I'm not ashamed of it, because when you have people out there, on our channel we try, our catchphrase is desire to inspire, and that means also to help a person out. Sometimes if they see that you also have bad days, it's going to help them out. Here comes them.
Your shirt's coming today. It's out for delivery.
Oh,
I checked on it.
it is. So we have a merchandise store now, and Joe Wentz from the Joe Wentz Project, thank you so much. Subscribe to this channel too, by the way. He's a great guitar player, man. Hell of a guitar player. Great guy. Helped us with our store. So our t-shirt's coming in. It says Rockin' Dave Byron, Desire to Inspire. I will be able to check out and order one of his as well. You know, he was so nice to help us out. So I guess that's a plug-in. I don't know. But I never try to ask people to send me money or, you know, what do you call that? GoFundMe or anything. Yeah, you know, the only way I would ever ask something like that is if there's like an illness, Deb's illness or something. I mean, because I have a hard time with that, because I've always been the type of person, I go out and I work and I earn my stay, and I'm not knocking anybody who does that, who needs to do that. Just, I could never ask someone, you know what, I want to buy a new guitar, could you go fund me? No, get your ass out there and work, man. Everyone else has to, right? But I don't blame other people if they need to do what they need to do. Ben and Richie had more guitars than strippers left. Yeah. Somebody going live tonight? Yeah, Bumblebest, we are actually taking tonight off. We did our gig last night, because next week I've got Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. I'll try to I definitely will put up our Saturday gig. Let's see. I'll try to put up the Thursday gig and the Friday gig, and maybe even a little bit of the Wednesday. But I don't want to burn everything about. We'll do with Saturday. It's RUI, and it's more of our rock show. So I'll be able to spotlight more of your guys' music. That's why I'll do that live. And I I'm trying to find a good time slot within our set that I could get multiple songs, because I still want to do more Jim Geetrich, definitely American Devil, definitely Broken Change. I got one of his songs I keep in my playlist, and Felipe Q, we were doing hers and we'll continue to do hers, but she's got her channels growing. But I don't mind doing that over here because she's over in Denmark, and her being so young, and when I used to teach all these kids, the life is new to them, and just to be able to kind of help them out because we didn't really have that is really an honor, and they're good, and it's just the act of kindness. That's all. But I want to be fair with everybody. That's why I tell people, if you want me to play. I also have Michael B. I have to find the song that he wanted me to play though, because I think he sent it during Facebook, and I have to have my wife help me with Facebook, because again, if without her help, man, I'll get to Kremlin. I was like, dude, I'm sorry, I'm just trying to get Facebook. I just want to get a song. I don't want, Sometimes that stuff kind of scares me because I don't know what's going to pop up on the screen, man. I'm not into all that funny stuff, man. Let's see. I might, if you guys request. Oh yeah, Metal X might go live. Well, if one of you guys go live, I'll jump in on the screen, because Deb and I might be watching Svengoolie. We might watch a B movie, Attack of the Mushroom People. Anyone remember that movie? Yeah, let's see. You should go live tonight. So to pop early, yeah. Well, because I'm subscribed to you, a lot of the guys. So when you guys send out the notices, I get them, Mike the singer, yeah. Oh, thank you. I really appreciate it, man. His dad has been sick, and it's been kind of tough. But I'll tell you what, he's such a trooper, man. He's so easy to work with. That's why I don't mind when he picks the songs he wants to pick. I'll work with him on it. Absolutely, man. Because we get along great. When you can find a vocalist that is equally open-minded, you win. You really win, man. Let's see, Zach Wild on the Hello Kitty guitar. Yeah, epic, yeah. See, yeah, I didn't watch it, but I did see it on, advertised. Zach Wild playing the Hello Kitty guitar. The Hello Kitty. Why can't I forget her name now? Taylor Swift guitar, yeah. Yeah, see. Nine Phantoms. Good seeing you. Yeah, you're the one that said about the Hello Kitty guitar. Good seeing you. So I'm going to do a quick number here, because I know I've been blabbing too much. I'm sorry. I get going. I see some of the chats, and it sparks something I forgot to talk about, and the next thing you know, it's off on Tangentville. I apologize about that. But now here's another thing, again, with the drum tracks in this pedal, and in future videos, I have the S drum, and I also have the Trio Plus, and I'll do some videos on how those work. But if you take all of this stuff, it will still never replace a live drummer. Never. It's just convenient when you have to, and if you have to travel, it's very hard to travel with a full band unless they're on the same page and they got the funds that they could go out on the road. And once you get things booked, and you get, especially if you can fly out of the country, you gotta be there, man. Because when we did the gig for NATO, well, they hired me because I could do the flamenco guitar, flamenco style. So, but that was a surreal gig right there. Actually being inside NATO, it was like, dude, this is beyond anything I would have imagined, But if I had a band, and if there would have been situations where its schedule didn't set up, we wouldn't do the gig, It's like a missed opportunity, man. It's sad. Let's see, Metal X Music. Haven't seen that one yet. We'll check it out. Yeah, Metal X, man. I like what you do, man. Everyone's personalities is different too. So I don't, just real quick, because our good friend, which I like his videos a lot, Robert's Guitar Dungeon, he was basically saying of how to avoid like negativity, and he was given such a great talk on inspiring people, so that if you feel that you're not good enough, you are good enough. And I thought, dude, that was so cool that he done that, because right there he has inspired so many people And I'm definitely in his corner on that. That I never judge a person by what they look like, if they stutter or anything. I sometimes have those issues. I never judge a person by that. It's their content. Do they have good content? Are they good people? You know, and no matter what their skill is at playing, I'll always be able to see something that they're doing different than what I'm doing, and it sparks ideas for me. It really does. So I get inspired by it. Or another thing I don't do is I watch this guy's video because he's got a gazillion subscribers. I could care less if you have one subscriber. I'll subscribe to you. You know, I don't ride the coattails and try to claw my way to the top. Not into that. I respect everybody, or I try to. And if there's something I do wrong, hey, I apologize. But again, so here is what we got with this. Let's see what we could come up with. Thanks, guys. And again, just right from the pedal itself, man. So if you know, if someone's tight on a budget and they want to, you know, start getting some sort of song ideas, and maybe they're tired of getting, you know, backing tracks off of, you know, YouTube or that, and you want to start just seeing what you could do, um, man. Yeah, sorry guys. Oh, thank you so much, Bumble Best, and everyone out there. Thank you. R2, R3, Absolute Mayhem. Thank you so much, guys. But yeah, for 150 bucks, brand new, probably get it, you know, cheaper on Amazon or, you know, Reverb or Craigslist or whatever. Goldblatts, Weebolts, Goldblatts, Weebolts, Sears. You know, you can't go wrong, and it just works great. So let's see. Doesn't Dave look like Anthrax? Oh man, yeah. You know what? I used to get this. Some people, when especially when my hair is all the way down, you know, it said I look a little bit like Dave Mustaine or Steve Harris. And then one of my friend of mine told me I look like Steve Harris from Iron Maiden. And you don't see yourself that way, you know, but other people do. I don't know. So, yeah, again, thank you so much, guys, for tuning in. I really getting ready to wrap this up. I appreciate all you guys' support. All my new subscribers, thank you so much. But really, as one big whole guitar family, all you guys totally rock. You make this so worthwhile, and you know, this is probably the best community that we have right here, man. So we will be doing our Rockin' Ibanez on Tuesday now, and it'll be at 7:30 p.m. Eastern time, and talk about the Ibanez guitars and do a little bit more rocking, get a little bit more in depth on the history. I'm gonna do a little bit more research, but anyways, yeah. And if any of you guys want any of your music played, just all you have to do, if you don't want it on Facebook, just literally on the comments. Hey Dave, check out this song. Here's the video. You go to my channel, check out the video. It's literally that simple. That's basically what I do, because I'm not very computer savvy right now. So, all right, my friends, you guys have a great weekend. We will see you on Tuesday, and we'll probably see you in some of the chats later on during the week, my friends. I know Guitar Hacks got his on Monday, and I know there's a guy that's doing The Rocking Dead. We're definitely going to be checking that out. We're big Walking Dead fans too. And I think Metal X, you go live or whatever. I'll see if I check out some of you guys' videos. Anyways, my friends, always desire to inspire. Take care. We'll see you next time. Take care, and God bless, my friends. Next episode, peace out. You guys rock on, my friends. Hey Dave, if you want to jam any of my songs, you can. Thank you so much, Metal X. I definitely will, and I'll give you the shout out, my friends. The shout out you guys deserve. American Devil, everyone out there, take care. God bless. All right, 7:30. You got it, Metal X. Take care. Rock and roll, and God bless. Later.